Electrification is the only way we really know to eliminate the majority of the emissions from Australian households and small business. Those emissions come from the way we drive, the way we cook things, the way we heat our water, and the way we heat our homes and businesses. So, with electrification being the only answer, we actually now have technologies that can eliminate the roughly 60% of our domestic economy emissions that come from these things, and it's a really simple recipe of a small number of machines in your life that you replace every 10 years anyway. Your cars, your hot water heater, your space heater, your kitchen stove top and your oven, and then for extra credit you can put solar on your roof and add a battery, and that is the climate solution that eliminates all of the emissions from an Australian household. What really excites me is that we are redefining infrastructure. In the 20th century, infrastructure was dams and transmission lines and roads, but the infrastructure of the 21st century is more community-based, more household-based. So the biggest energy storage facility in the Australian economy in 2040 will be our 20 million electric vehicles, dwarfing the size of the Snowy 2.0 project. The biggest energy generator likely in Australia in the 2040s is our collective community and rooftop solar. So our suburbs, our cities are literally becoming integral to our energy infrastructure, and it really is going to reshape the economy in very vibrant ways that are good for us.
Climate change is happening. I think it's important to have a house that is easily adaptable, easily changeable. By building modules, it means that at the end of the building's life, it can be disassembled and reused as another house, or components can be recycled in themselves. MAP stands for Modular Architectural Adaptable Panel. With MAP House, it's a low footprint on the earth, both carbon footprint and the actual footprint that we do on the earth. The boards are non-combustible, so it's good for fire areas. It's steel framed, so no termites, and the boards aren't affected by moisture, so good in flood areas as well, if you happen to get flooded.
The advantages of using prefabricated panels are that it's really fast to build. This house went up from just concrete slab to a finished frame in just 3 days. There's less waste during the construction process, and it's a really high quality building construction method.
We've got a lot of planter beds around the house, and we've planted a lot of natives there and food plants. We've built in some features into the house to provide some safety to our family, particularly if there are bushfires around, which is a big risk in this climate. So having the sprinkler system set up outside and the rainwater tanks is really great, knowing we can turn those on if we need to evacuate, and that will help protect the house.
This building has been built to be all electric. It has an electric hot water system connected to a heat pump to do the heating hot water. And for cooking, we've got an induction stove and an electric oven. If we're talking about getting to zero carbon, all we really need to do in the building sector is electrify everything and then switch to 100% renewable electricity, and we're there.
Hi, I'm Belinda.
I'm Andrew.
10 things we do to live more sustainably.
Solar panels. So solar panels are great because they can drastically reduce your electricity bills, and the payback period in Australia is only around 3 years.
Battery storage for our electricity.
So we've got solar panels on the roof, which is great for generating electricity during the daytime, but most of the time we're not at home using that. So the battery is great for storing the electricity and allowing us to use it later on when we're home. Electric transport. We've converted a motorbike to electric and we're saving up to be able to buy an electric car in the future.
Recycling and refillable containers. We recycle, we reuse where we can, and for some consumables we're using refillable containers.
Farm boxes.
For our fruit and veg, we're purchasing farm boxes, so that's direct from the farmer to our house, which is great. Replacing gas appliances with electric. We're switching from gas to electric so that we can use 100% green energy and reduce gas fumes in our house and improve the health of the family.
Passive solar design.
Passive solar is designing your house to reap the benefits of the sun, which means warming it in winter and providing shade so that it's cool in summer. Buying 100% green power.
So one of the first things we did was to ask our electricity provider to supply us with 100% green power to make sure that we are reducing the impact on the environment. Holidaying locally.
We've just been making the most of what's around us, and we've really been enjoying just holidaying locally and moving to green super and banking.
It pays to do your research. We looked around to try and find which are the type of companies that will invest our money in the right ethical choices.
We have a net zero plan for our family, but the most important thing is to start reducing our emissions now.